Hi everyone. It's Monday, and boy is it really a Monday. Had a really busy weekend. Went to the Brickyard 400. That was fun. Let's see. Oh, and Saturday I spent some time painting kids' faces. I was supposed to do it for 2 hours for a charitable event, and did it for 5 hours so no one would get left out. But here it is Monday, and back to life in the real world, and you know, all those Monday things that you have to take care of, and my video's late today. So I wanted to share with you this stamp set from Hero Arts. It's there are several sets. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets called Stamp Your Story, and they're all just a little bit different. And I was going to share this one with you today. I've got 2 of them, but I don't know where the other one is right now, so I'm just going to work with this one. It's called Stamp Your Story, is the sets, and this one is called Remember. And I really like the sentiments there. It's remember when, choose beauty, I wonder, remember, my art, happy days, let's go back, memories, my life, imagine the possibility. And then it's got some really cool flower stamps that go with it as well. So I thought that we would just play around a little bit. And I decided to use the Tim Holtz paints with this, because I don't use them all that often, so I thought it would be kind of fun to do that. So I'm just using a couple of pieces of cardstock here, and let's see how this notebook paper stamp looks. Let's use that, and let's go with let's see, I've got them all out here. Here's an antique linen, but maybe vintage photo would be a better idea. Okay, let's use vintage photo. I'm going to shake it up, and then I'm just going to put some out here on my craft sheet. Squeeze some out. Kind of make it kind of a large area because I've got a large stamp. And then I'm going to put my stamp into that to ink it up. I suppose it might have been easier to just dab onto the stamp, but I'm getting it on there, and then I'm going to stamp it. That's kind of, it's not just plain cardstock, it's kind of shiny. So let's just put that right there and stamp it. And then I'm going to use my paper towel to kind of clean that up. I need a baby wipe, but I used them all up painting the kids on Saturday. So there's that. And then you do want to clean your stamp quickly, so I'm just going to spritz it and then wipe it off with my shop towel. If I wasn't filming, I would just jump up and run to the sink in the bathroom that's next to my room, but I don't want to do that while I'm filming. Okay, so got that on there, and a drip. And I see that I didn't get really well up here in this corner. Wonder if I can do that. Let's see. Let's dab a little on it. And then I'll just set that right down here and press it down. And that's too much. So you don't want to do that. Don't do that. I think I had too much on there. So don't dab it directly on the stamp. So pretend you don't see that. And we'll just keep going. Make sure that you let it dry so that you don't smear like I did. This is how not to use this set of stamps. So then we can use, let's see, how about let's use the one that says Remember When, and I'm going to put that away and put this on a block. And let's do the walnut stain for this. that up, and I think I've got it there. So I'm going to put that right here. Okay, so then you can use the rest of this to journal in. But one other little thing I would like to do, let me clean my stamp off, is I would like to take this small flower and stamp that with, let's see, let's use spun sugar. Ink it up. Okay, and then I'm going to put it right here, and I wanted to do it in spun sugar so that it would be light enough to just make a small impression, but I could still write over top of it. That's almost not dark enough. So let's try it with Victorian Velvet instead. Let me put that out. I'm going to stamp off. Let's see. Let's just stamp off on the back. There we go. So now I'm going to put this down here. And it does show up a little better, but it's kind of like a little shadow in the back, so that makes a nice journaling block. And let's see, let's make a card. I'm going to grab some paper towels. Hang with me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to wet my paper towel. So that I can keep cleaning my stamps and keep cleaning my craft sheet. Now, you know, I don't clean the ink off of my stamps because I'm not that tidy, but you do have to clean the paint off of your stamps immediately. So let's start with a beige color cardstock, and I'm going to put, let's see, I want to use this little larger flower on there, and I would like to use, let's go with spiced marmalade. Wow, I have 2 spiced marmalade paints. I didn't know that. Okay, and the wild honey. I think that'll work. Let's see if I got anything else that's orange. I got Rusty Hinge. Okay. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out with the wild honey. That's my lightest color. I might go ahead, let's go ahead and see if I can dab it on here so that it's not as heavy as I did that other stamp. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of slide it around for coverage. Okay. Now I'm going to take the Rusty Hinge, and I'm going to dab some of this around the edges, and the spiced marmalade, and go again on the outside edges right here. And that's a lot of paint on there. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to stamp off once and see what kind of color we have. Yep, too much. So stamp off a couple of times. That's looking good. Okay. I'm going to get my cardstock. And I'm going to put this kind of low and to the side. Get a good image. Well, now I don't have enough on there. So let's go again. Let me get this on here. And then the rusty hinge. And then the orange marmalade. Now I'm going to stamp off. And try this again. That's better. I can see my different colors now. I either had too much paint or not enough. I really haven't worked with this paint a lot, so I need some practice at it. Can you tell? Okay, now this one, I think I want to put, let's go with mustard seed. And barn door. Let's see what this gives us. And then I'm also going to put some forest moss on the stems. Okay, I think I have it on here light enough that I don't need to stamp off, so let's try it. There we go. That's what I was looking for the first time. I had the wrong colors. Okay. I'm going to let this one be a background, and I think I'm going to stamp that again right here. Now it's stamped off one. Yep, that is what I was looking for. So let's go again with the mustard seed. And then, not rusty hinge, barn door. And forest moss. And I'm making sort of a bouquet. So let's put that on again. I really like this mottled look. And I'm going to stamp it one more time right there. Okay. So I've got my floral focus point, and then now I'm going to go back to my sentiments, and I like Happy Days, so let's go with that. I'm going to work quickly now, so that because I do need to I need to clean my paint off. So I'm just going to go with barn door on this one. I hear my daughter coming in, so you might hear some background noise in a second. Okay, let's stamp off. And maybe that would have been best not to stamp off, but we're going to try right here. Happy Days right here. Nope, that worked. And then I'm going to also go for the Remember When at the top. So let me put that here. And go with the barn door again. Just going to put it on there lightly and not stamp off this time. I'm going to put it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to embellish this with some brads. Let me find the ones that I had out this weekend. These are Teresa Collins brads. Here's a nice one that would match. And let's see what we've got here. Let's move this out of the way so it can dry. And of course they all spill out upside down. Oh, this one would be perfect. This sort of has a little bit of a fall look. I know we're still in summer, but it'll be fall before too long. And there's a dragonfly. Okay. I think I found what I want. Okay, come down here, and I think I'll put this fall leaf brad down here next to Happy Days, and the dragonfly one up next to Remember When. Okay. So that's basically your card. And could now take the distress inks and go around the edges with the barn door and also the mustard seed. You can also use these Share My Story stamps in your art journal. That would be a good place to put, let's see, use the notebook stamp. So lots of ideas, and it's a really versatile stamp set, so I just thought that I would share that with you today. And now I have a mess in front of me and some stamps I got to clean off, so I'm going to close, and I will see you next Monday. Have a good week.